Well, as promised, here you are, a look inside our greenhouse. Give you a brief overview. Here is the pond that we made for our turtle, Big T, and our mama tilapia and her babies and some goldfish. What we did here was, well, pretty much out of necessity and kindness to Big T and the fish, to give them a nice roomy place to swim around since they are members of our family. And we took some cinder blocks that we just picked up at Lowe's, I believe, and an old pool liner, and made a pond. And then we hit upon the idea to fill the cells of each of the cinder blocks with soil.
Those of you who are viewers from when it was the Burnett City Homestead in Modesto, California, before the great family change and our wonderful marriage, you will remember that I had raised beds in the garden that had flowers planted in the cells. So we decided to plant something a little more substantial in the cells.
Indeed we did.
Hoping that part of Big T's food would come from the cells, and so we have nasturtiums and beet greens.
Yes.
And garlic, and even some peppers.
And as a little bit of decoration, we added some moss to where the cinder blocks meet, to try and give it an aged look and a natural look.
And the moss is growing like crazy, has fully attached itself.
Now, in the back corner here, we have, down here, we have a strawberry plant that was a survivor of strawberries that I planted many, many years ago when I first lived out in this house. And we dug it up and put it in a pot so that it would survive and hopefully thrive again.
It was one of the things we found buried under mounds of blackberries.
And we have some herbs.
Oregano and basil.
And down here we also have some Arctic strawberries, which was
Alpine strawberries, though.
Oh, excuse me, alpine strawberries, my mistake, that we acquired at the farmer's market.
Which came with a surprise shallot growing in the middle.
Indeed. And then some
thyme and some Thai basil and some peppermint, pineapple mint.
Pineapple mint.
Sorry.
Down here we have some spearmint. And down here we have a huckleberry bush that we also acquired at the farmer's market.
With lots of new growth on it.
Indeed. And down here we have some peas that once they start to vine we will tie up. And amidst all of this we have garlic growing.
The garlic was a necessity because we had a lot of bugs this year. Not far from here they had an infestation of cabbage worms. And so they were coming our way. So the garlic was a way to get rid of the cabbage worms.
And in here we have some peppers and chilies and some very delicious eggplant.
More peas and some herbs coming up. More garlic.
And in here we have...
Those are Daikon Radishes, which got a little bit overexcited about their initial growth, but are finally starting to put on their true leaves, so we should get some good daikon out of that. And here we have parsnips. The seeds for the parsnips were 4 years old, so we haven't had really good germination, but I'm pleased with it.
And we have more garlic.
And we have more peas. These are a different kind of peas. These are sugar snap peas. The peas on the other side of the greenhouse are snow peas. And here we have the beginnings of broccoli and more peas. And this lovely little empty place had carrots growing in it, and we found a cabbage worm which ate all of the carrots. Needless to say, Big T got a very nice high-protein snack.
Indeed she did.
And
Here.
we have, go ahead.
I was going to say, here we have some mustard greens, and we have our first block of mushroom, which we decided to put out in the greenhouse because of the humidity.
Hoping it'll provide just as good of a flush as the first one. Then we have potatoes. Now these potatoes we dragged in from outside when the weather started turning really stormy. Unfortunately, the humidity is so high that they are starting to suffer from rot. So I'm thinking we might lose the potatoes in the greenhouse, but we've never had a greenhouse before, so it's live and learn.
And we have more potatoes. And this concludes our tour of the greenhouse. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.